Alex Eala is back, and this time, the Cincinnati spotlight is on her. Philippines fire. After an incredible run that saw the Filipino star capture her first WTA title in Washington and make another deep run in Toronto, Eala is ready for her next challenge. And waiting for her in Cincinnati is Romania's Elena-Gabriela Ruse. This is a huge opportunity for Eala to prove that her recent breakthrough was no fluke. And with the US Open getting closer, every match now matters. Alex Eala's incredible 2026 journey continues. The Filipino tennis star is returning to action at the Cincinnati Open, one of the biggest tournaments on the WTA calendar. And this time, Eala enters the event with a completely different level of confidence. She is now the number 17 seed in Cincinnati and received a first-round bye, sending her directly into the round of 64. Her first opponent? Elena-Gabriela Ruse of Romania. And this is a matchup that could be much more interesting than it initially appears. Alex Eala's rise continues. Just a short time ago, Eala was still fighting to establish herself among the WTA's elite. Now everything has changed. Her breakthrough came at the Mubadala City DC Open, where she captured the biggest singles title of her career and announced herself as a serious threat on the WTA Tour. That victory gave Eala something incredibly valuable: belief. She proved that she could handle pressure. She proved that she could defeat experienced opponents. And most importantly, she proved that she could win a WTA title. Now she's taking that confidence into another WTA 1000 event. Fire from Toronto to Cincinnati. Eala also arrived in Cincinnati after a strong Canadian Open campaign. In Toronto, she continued to show her ability to compete against high-level opponents and reached the round of 16 before falling to Belinda Bencic. Despite that defeat, Eala described the previous weeks as a major positive and highlighted how many obstacles she had overcome. And that experience could be extremely important in Cincinnati. Because at this stage of the season, Eala isn't simply trying to make an impression anymore. She's trying to establish herself. Tennis: why Cincinnati matters. The Cincinnati Open comes at a crucial moment in the tennis calendar. The US Open is just around the corner. That means Cincinnati is more than another tournament. It is an opportunity to test form, build confidence, and gain valuable match experience before the final Grand Slam of the season. Eala herself has spoken about using Cincinnati as important preparation for the US Open. So every match carries extra importance. And her opening opponent is ready. Meet Elena-Gabriela Ruse. Elena-Gabriela Ruse enters this matchup after winning her opening round match in Cincinnati. The Romanian defeated Poland's Magda Linette 6-0, 6-3. Earning her place in the round of 64. That means Ruse already has a match under her belt in Cincinnati. She has already experienced the court conditions. She has already found her rhythm. And she will be coming into the Eala match with confidence. That's something Eala will have to deal with immediately. Eala versus Ruse. What to watch? This matchup could come down to consistency and patience. Eala has become increasingly comfortable playing aggressive baseline tennis. Her ability to redirect pace and compete in long rallies has become one of the most important parts of her game. But Ruse is an experienced opponent who can also create pressure from the baseline. So Eala will need to avoid giving away cheap points. The first few games could be particularly important. If Eala can establish her rhythm early, she could put Ruse under pressure. But if Ruse gets comfortable, this could quickly become a difficult battle. Fire: the big advantage for Eala. One advantage Eala has is momentum. She has been playing some of the biggest tennis of her young career. Winning a WTA title changes the way opponents look at you. Suddenly, you're no longer an unknown player. You're someone they have to prepare for. And that brings a completely different kind of pressure. Eala now has to learn how to manage expectations while continuing to play the fearless tennis that helped her break through. That could be one of the biggest tests of her Cincinnati campaign. No. 17 seed. A new level for Alex. The number 17 seeding is another important milestone. It shows just how far Eala has climbed. A player who once needed opportunities to enter major events is now entering a WTA 1000 tournament as a seeded competitor. That is a huge change. And it also means Eala has something valuable. A first-round bye. Instead of immediately playing in the opening round, she gets extra time to prepare for her first opponent. Now she has to make that opportunity count. The Filipino fans will be watching. Every time Eala steps onto the court, Filipino tennis fans are watching closely. Her rise has created enormous excitement around tennis in the Philippines. And Cincinnati provides another opportunity to represent the country on one of the biggest stages in women's tennis. But Eala knows the focus has to remain on the tennis. One opponent at a time. One match at a time. 1 point at a time. Trophy, what would a deep run mean? A deep run in Cincinnati could be massive for Eala. It could strengthen her ranking position. It could give her even more confidence before the US Open. Final build-up. Alex Eala has already changed the expectations surrounding her career. She is no longer simply the young Filipino player with potential. She is now a WTA champion. She is a seeded player at a WTA 1000 event. And she's entering Cincinnati with momentum and confidence. Across the net will be Elena-Gabriela Ruse, a player who has already won her opening match and will be ready for the challenge. So now, everything comes down to one question. Can Alex Eala continue her incredible rise in Cincinnati? The answer begins on the court. And Filipino tennis fans won't want to miss it. Alex Eala is back in action, and another huge opportunity is waiting in Cincinnati. Do you think Eala will defeat Elena-Gabriela Ruse and make another deep run at the WTA 1000 event? Let me know your prediction in the comments. Backhand index pointing down. If you enjoyed this Alex Eala update, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more WTA news, match updates, and the latest from the Filipino tennis superstar. The road to the US Open is heating up, and Alex Eala is right in the middle of it.